asphalt, but with just the naked eye it almost appears that it's a gravel road, and it's because it probably has sand on either side of the pavement. But you can see that kind of snakes off and then makes a curve, and then you can't see it anymore. And then, but you could only go so far in that direction anyway. You'd run into a mountain. So this is quite an interesting place. It would be fun to have some time to explore a place like this. More plastic bottles, more boxes. Just general trash that you see that people have when they're traveling. There's some kind of a newspaper. It says it's got, what does that say? Intel, Core 2. And then it says the Achievers. So it's some sort of an ad on some sort of a newspaper or flyer, or you know, like one of those things you'd pick up in a truck stop or a convenience store. It's not really full newspaper size. It's sort of folded over, and it looks like it's been here for a few days because it's kind of brown and faded a little bit. And the paper looks a little old. So I'd say, you know, but of course it's baking in the sun, so it wouldn't take too long at all, and that would be, you know, especially with the morning, if there's any morning dew, then that would really begin to look like that quickly. Kind of give it an aged kind of a look, you know, the wet newspaper that's been dried type of look, you know, that sat there for a while. Pieces of broken bottle. There's just so much trash here, it's not even funny. But, you know, as I was saying, the state could probably help out on a lot of this if they would just put out some sort of a trash bin, but then obviously they'd be responsible for removing it too. What does that say? It says Simple Arizona Living. So that looks like that's some sort of a newspaper or something that someone has just tossed out. There's a piece of a, I don't know, it looks like that's a piece of a cable, steel cable. More trash, bag of trash, like a Walmart sack type bag of trash somebody's thrown out. They bothered to tie it up and then threw it out. And it looks like some animal has sort of ripped into it, of course. Piece of metal over there. Looks like it might have been part of a, I don't know what it looks like, part of some sort of a rail or something. So there's just all kinds of trash here. So anyway, and then looking beyond that, just there's some kind of hills more nearby that you could probably actually walk to, but I'm not going to be doing that today. But those would be an interesting place to explore. I'm assuming the state of California must own this land. Now I'm looking kind of towards the exit. There's another truck that's getting off, and then you can see other vehicles kind of going east and west on I-40 there. Of course, it's fairly busy since that's the main one of the main roadways across the United States. It stays pretty hot. So, but you know, I've walked on up past my truck a little bit. You can see my truck right there, and if I turn back around, you can see that beyond this fence here, there's a barbed wire fence. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barbed wires, and then a metal poles or spikes or whatever you call them. Beyond that, there's just still more trash. You know, just trash, trash, trash. So that's really pretty sad that people are too lazy to take their trash and put it in a proper receptacle, and just because there isn't a receptacle here is no excuse. Pieces, what's that, a piece of plastic? Yeah, some kind of piece of plastic, no telling what that is. More trash. It's just amazing how much trash there is, and what, you know, and some of it is really surprising. You know, it's more, you get a variety of trash. Of course, there's some smashed, like a Coors Light can, a smashed, two smashed Coors Light cans, empty or a beer bottle that has the lid back on it, but it's empty. A shoe. Looks like it's some sort of a sandal, flip-flop type of shoe, black shoe, just the right one. The left one is nowhere inside. Then, of course, there's a bottle that has the lid on it, and it's mysteriously urine colored, so I'd say someone peed in that bottle and then threw it out. Rather than just dumping the bottle and then throwing it away, they just pee in the bottle, put the lid on it, and toss it out, and then leave it for someone else to have to deal with. There's another piece of newspaper. What does that one say? It says, our business sale continues, classified, all new 2007 Chevrolets, now priced at invoice. So it's a sale paper of some sort. There's another paper there. What does that say? It says sex for life. Hair transplants, 1,000 grafts. Free Viagra. Oh man, that's crazy. So I think this is I'm going to go back over to my truck, and that's going to be the end of this little excursion. And it's going to be interesting to see how it comes out. You know, what impression was formed in your mind versus my description of it. That would be the question. Now I'm almost to my truck. You can see my truck right there. There's a piece of tire. Looks like that's a piece of tire, definitely. So, of course, that two of the trucks are still there, and that another one has pulled in. So there are a total of 3 trucks again. And one of them has a driver that just walked behind it. The one is farthest from me. And then I'm going to take another look at my reefer unit, and I've got a problem. Then I'm going to have to see if I can get that solved, because once again, it's got a flashing alarm, and I can't get the alarm list to come up. Shut it off. Start it back up. So, I don't know. It looks like it's got plenty of fuel. It says it's got a quarter of a tank of fuel, so that should be enough fuel unless there's some kind of a problem. So, everything's going back through its sequence. So, anyway, let me see if I can turn so you can see me. So I don't have the bright background behind me. I'm unlocking my truck. The reefer unit started back up. So now I'm kind of climbing back up in my truck. Oh, there we go. It's cool in here because it's been starting and stopping. Let's take this hat off. There we go. So anyway, that's the end of this little experiment, and it's going to be interesting to see how you react to this. My truck's about to start. You can hear the alarm. It's going to be interesting. I want to hear from you. If you've listened to the sound part of this, you know, when this video comes across, and I'll be sure and tell you when it does. It'll be interesting to see what kind of impression that it formed in your mind. It makes just sort of for an interesting experiment. So that's it for right now.